From Mullumbimby through to Melbourne, Amyl The Sniffers have become the face of Australian punk. They're 2 albums deep and an ARIA award for Best Rock Album under their belt. They've broken Australia and they're coming for Glastonbury next.
Welcome back to another episode of Who the Fuck, the show that aims to take a deep dive in some of the acts performing across the festival season in 2022. Today's episode, we're keeping it Australian. I'm really excited for this band. This is probably one of my I cannot miss them acts for the weekend. Kind of where I'm at the moment. Today we're looking at a band called Amyl The Sniffers. I've been following their music for like 3 years, probably since I lived in Australia the first time. They're just fucking in your face, ridiculous punk. They're just bloody brilliant. If you've never heard of them before, hopefully this video will help answer the question. Who the f*** are Amyl The Sniffers?
Take me to the beach, take me to the country, come in the backseat if you love me.
Who are you?
I'm Amy.
Bryce. Declan. Gus.
And together you are?
Amyl The Sniffers.
They're from Melbourne, Victoria, Australia. Shout out Nam Country. Genre-wise, they're described as punk rock, garage rock. I think the best description for them is pub rock, which I think is great. They remind me of, well, historically, big punk bands like the Sex Pistols, other Australian punk bands like the Chats, Tropical Storm, certain elements of psychedelic porn crumpets. The story goes that Amy, Bryce and Dec were all housemates with previous band member Callum Newton. Their name comes from the slang term for amyl nitrate, also known as poppers. In an interview with Paul Glynn of the BBC, Amy was quoted saying, "In Australia we call poppers amyl, so you sniff it and it lasts 30 seconds and then you have a headache." That's what we're like. They wrote and recorded and released their first debut EP, Giddy Up, in the span of 12 hours in February 2016. The EP featured standout records Stole My Push Bike and Pleasure Forever.
I said, you stole my push bike, I want it back, I want it back. All I want is some cash money, and some sweet lips on the grass.
Both records are still from time to time played as part of their live sets. In 2017, they followed up with their second EP, Big Attraction, which featured the records I Am Not a Loser,
And I'm not a loser. No, I'm not a loser. She's not a loser.
70 Street Munchies,
70s straight Mondays. I'm strolling down the road feeling funky.
and Balaclava Lover Boogie.
To being on a team, I held up to the day that 23 degrees.
In 2018, they went into the studio to record their debut album with Ross Orton, who's known for working with multiple artists, but most famously on his work on Arctic Monkeys AM. Later in 2018, the band released their first 2 records taken from their debut album, the singles Cup of Destiny
Get at the work top, that is the best of me. The competition.
and Some Mutts Can't Be Muzzled.
You got it, you got for you and then for me. She walks around on my old leg.
They continued to drip feed singles out in 2019 on the run-up to their release, with killer singles Monsoon Rock and Got You.
And I don't care about the things I have.
The album was released in May 24th, 2019. It's 29 minutes of pure, unadulterated Aussie punk. Couldn't be more fun if it tried. Currently sat on a Metacritic score of 81. My favourite review comes from Mojo, which says, "Amid the aggro, Taylor's intense, stack-heeled charisma dominates. Whether raging or romancing, she's the queen of this glorious chunder from down under." Chunder from down under. Brilliant. It went on to win the Best Rock Album at the 2019 ARIA Awards. The album featured the previous 4 singles, as well as Gacked on Anger, Shake Ya, and Starfire 500.
I'm working up my ass every single day for the minimum wage and I don't get paid. 'Cause I wanna shake ya. I wanna shake ya all night long. You roll it on the esplanade. A beard's long and a spirit's hard.
Which all feature in their 2022 set list. Later this year, they'll go on to play Glastonbury, a set that NME gave 5 out of 5 stars.
So you won't be going hippie bashing later on or anything?
Oh, no, we will.
You're gonna
Hippie converting. We'll go convert the
We've got
hippies.
to make them angry somehow.
In October 2019, they gone to later with Jules Holland to perform Monsoon Rock.
Came from everywhere, their dancing looked like fit. I'm not gonna lie, I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. The Monsoon Rock was happening, it was fucking lit.
And then just as the pandemic was kicking off in April 2020, and everyone was doing covers, Amy would collaborate with fellow Australian punk band Tropical Storm on the record This Perfect Day, a cover of the 1977 Aussie punk band The Saints.
A perfect day. What a day.
I also think that calling Tropical Storm like a fellow Aussie punk, they were way more than that. They're fucking great. I'm completely obsessed. In December 2020, Amy would feature on the record Spite Ourselves by the Viagra Boys.
He ain't been late in a month of Sunday. I caught him once and he was sniffing my undies.
And in January 21 would feature on the song Nudge by Sleaford Mods.
The mind that's spraying and praying on walls, and the after effects are making my skin crawl.
In July 2021, they released the single Guided by Angels,
Angels on my body, the dead are heavenly, and they pray for forgiveness never given.
as well as announcing the release of their second album. This was followed up by 2 singles before the release of the album. First was the insanely catchy Security.
Security, will you let me in your pub? I'm not looking for trouble, I'm looking for love. I'm not looking for harm, I'm looking for love.
And 3 days before the album's release, they'd put out the monster that is Hurts. In April 2022, they were going to perform Hurts live on Late Night with Seth Meyers.
Making their US TV debut performing Hurts, please welcome Amyl and the Sniffers.
The album was released in September 2021 to critical success, scoring 85 on Metacritic. Kerrang scored it 100, stating, "Now there's much more to them. Forget the sophomore slump. Comfort to me is the sound of a band on the rise." And Clash says, "The band are effectively building and complexifying their sound to keep things fresh. Comfort to me sounds like it could be played in a rowdy Australian pub that the band are used to, or a colossal arena." The album features the previous 3 singles, as well as standout live records Capital, Knifey, Freaks to the Front, Don't Fence Me In, and the oddly sensual Maggot. If you've made it this far, I really, really appreciate it. We're covering some amazing Glastonbury acts over the next couple of weeks in the run-up to Glastonbury. Then we're heading straight over to Byron Bay for Splendour in the Grass, before heading straight back, of course, for Reading and Leeds. If you want to join me on this journey of musical discovery, hit the subscribe button. If you enjoyed this video, crack the like. And hey, if you've got something to say, there's a comment section below. I'll reply to everything. You know, I think Amyl and the Sniffers are just such a fucking cool band. I really do. The first time I heard them, it was a straight up, what is this? Just so exciting, and they've got so much going on for them. The energy that Amy has, she must burn like 100,000 calories on stage just from fucking the amount of dancing that she does. And I'm really, really excited to see that performance. There's no way I'm missing it. It's probably one of my I am not going to miss this sets, because they're just so cool. They're so cool. Every single they've put out, I've been completely obsessed with. My partner was saying that the little girl she looks after the other day was singing Security in the car, which, you know, I love that. A little 3-year-old girl singing Security, let me in your pub. That's what this world is for. What do you think? Have you seen them perform before? Are you going to be checking out their set at this year's Glastonbury? I'd love to know your thoughts. Let me know them in the comment section below as always, and I will see you for a very exciting next video. Cheers. Bye.